Hey guys, it's that time of week again where we look at the crazy world of WWE Raw. So breaking news, breaking news. We had someone else but a McMahon start off a WWE show. We had Roman Reigns. I know, I am shocked as well, guys. I am absolutely lost because I was so used to seeing McMahon for the 500 millionth time starting Raw, but no, we had Roman Reigns come out and pretty much explain what was going on with The Miz. He showed a clip what happened after the show with the Shield triple powerbombing in through a table, and pretty much said, well, The Miz isn't going to be here for a while. Pretty much it's a good excuse to show that, yeah, The Miz is going to be away from TV, and this is the reason why. Okay, we all know he's filming the Marine 5 with Becky Lynch and Shawn Michaels, but they needed to write him off the show for a while, and this is the best way to do it. So Roman was pretty much like, unlike The Miz, I am a fighting champion, and I'll take on anyone. And who came out? The Miztourage, and their new boss, it seems, Elias. And he comes out and he takes the challenge from Roman Reigns. For me, not the best promo from both guys. It was very, basic, but it got us onto explaining why The Miz is not there and onto why Roman and Elias was going to have a fight. The only thing for me was, why is Elias taking on Roman Reigns when I thought he was having a program with Matt Hardy? Who knows? But there you go, that was the kick off the show. Wasn't great, but it was fantastic to see someone else start the show, but a McMahon. Then we started our first match of the night, and it was Seth Rollins taking on Cesaro on a one-on-one singles match. And this is, I'm sure we've seen this match probably 7,822 times already. But again, these guys are two of the most technical, talented wrestlers we have in the company, and it's great to see them put on such a good show. Both guys were absolutely amazing. It was so back and forth. Even though you know who's going to win, let's be honest, we knew Seth Rollins was going to get the win, but the match itself was absolutely amazing to see, and it was good to see, good on them, putting on a clinic of a match like these two can always do. These two, as everyone says in WWE, are pound for pound the strongest guys in the company, and I believe that these guys just absolutely stole the show for me as in-ring ability. And the matches kept on coming. We had Samoa Joe taking on Titus and ONeil. We were supposed to have it last week, but Samoa Joe took out Titus and ONeil before their match start. This week, Titus got his match, and to be honest, it wasn't that good. Let's be honest, Titus ONeil, it doesn't move that fast. Samoa Joe is the more in-talent ring, and let's be honest, we knew for the second this match started, Titus ONeil was not going to go over Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe got him, pretty much choked him out, got the tap out, got the win, easy win, and then to top it off, he also chokes out Apollo Crews. So for me, good way to build Joe up as a very talented, very dangerous wrestler by taking out someone like Titus ONeil and Apollo Crews, two opponents at the same time. So the match itself was nothing special, but the way the match, how they're building up Samoa Joe up again, fantastic. Then we had a 3-on-3, supposed to have a 3-on-3 tag team match with Sasha Banks, Bayley, Mickie James taking on Paige, Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. This started off interesting. You had Sasha in the ring waiting for her two teammates to come out. Neither one came out when the music hit. And the next thing we know, Paige and her crew come out and they cut a very strong promo, pretty much saying, look, we remember Paige was the woman on top. This was Mandy Rose saying this, that Paige was the one who tried and succeeded in getting rid of the word diva in this company. And that was quite interesting, and they give us a name for their their team. It's called Absolution. I wonder who that kind of reminds me of. Maybe Evolution? Who knows? But itself, they pretty much attacked Mickie James and Bayley backstage, and then they got into the ring and absolutely destroyed Sasha Banks. Again, showing that this faction in the women's division is very, very dangerous. Good way to build up this team. Good way to show that they are very ruthless and they will take anyone out. For me, this is a great way to show a new heel faction, and it could build up to a new women's faction on the Raw team for the babyfaces. Then we had Matt Hardy taking on Bray Wyatt on a singles match. Now, I thought this was going to be just a throwaway match at first. We had Bray Wyatt cut a promo pretty much saying, "I tried to save you people, then I realised you're all dead." You know, a typical Bray Wyatt promo where it's very, very like, wow, this guy kind of... Bray Wyatt is one of the best promo speakers, you know, to confuse you. He's very good at confusing the audience, and he confused me. And, you know, when he wants to be terrifying, he can throw that terrifying, and he did do that this time out. Then Matt Hardy comes out, they have a bit of a match, and I just thought to myself, when I was watching this match, I'm not going to lie to you guys, I literally went and thought, both guys have lost a lot recently. Does it really matter who wins? And I thought Matt Hardy was going on against Elias, and then Bray Wyatt got the win. But that's not the interesting thing about this match. The match itself was a throwaway match for me. The reason the match was interesting was that at the end of the match, Matt Hardy was in the corner of the ring after getting defeated by Bray Wyatt and shouted, "Delete, delete, delete." This is the biggest hint since the Hardys have joined WWE that we could be seeing the final evolution, the final bits, so we can finally see Broken Matt Hardy in WWE. I hope this is the case and WWE aren't just teasing us for something we do want to see. Then we had a Cruiserweight match, and then, you know me guys, I usually go, well, it doesn't matter, it's not that important. But this one actually meant something. We had the babyface team, which is not part of the whatever train, the heel team. They were backstage talking to Kurt Angle saying, look, Enzo has absolutely run amok with the Cruiserweights. And then Kurt Angle goes, well, I'm going to remind Enzo who's in charge here, and we're going to have a Fatal 4-Way match tonight. And then next week we're going to have another Fatal 4-Way match, and then the week after that we're going to have the two winners of those two Fatal 4-Way matches take each other on to become number one contender. And it will be two members from the Babyface Alliance, it seems, taking on two members of the Zo train. And it was actually meant something. So this match, finally a Cruiserweight match, actually meant something. And the match was actually quite long as well. It showed each guy to be absolutely brilliant in-ring, aerial, technique, fantastic. This is what I want to see in my Cruiserweight division. I want it to have a story, I want it to make sense, and I want it to be something which I can see next week. I want to see who's going to take on the winner of this match. And they did this, and it was the first time I think we've ever seen this since the Cruiserweight division has started, and it was brilliant. First match we had Rick Swann, Cesaro, Noam Dar, and Daivari. And it was a really good match. We got Rick Swann getting the win, which was great, but there were so many close pins, it was unbelievable. So for me, this is the best Cruiserweight match I have seen in a long time. So well done WWE, well done. Then we had our Intercontinental match against Roman Reigns and Elias, and it started off really entertaining. We had Elias playing his guitar and the Miztourage playing along with him, and that was quite cool. Roman Reigns comes out, they have a decent match, and it was a very traditional babyface heel kind of match. The heel had all the advantages with his, let's say, his loan out gang of the Miztourage trying to take out Roman Reigns. Roman took out the Miztourage. Elias using the advantage of distractions from him. And it was a good babyface trying to get back into the match. Roman got the win. Very, very predictable on that. But the match itself was fine. It made Elias look a lot stronger, which you want to do. If you're mid-card wrestling, you're taking on the top guy, you want him to try and elevate this talent. And I've got to give Roman his dues. He made Elias look stronger. And I've got to say the match was okay as well. So for them, it was a victory. And at the end of the match, Roman was going up back to the back, and he's attacked by Samoa Joe. This is definitely a match I want to see, Samoa Joe versus Roman Reigns for the Intercontinental Championship. Because let's be honest, Samoa Joe is probably the best heel we have on Raw, and Roman Reigns is the face of the company. It makes sense. It's probably going to be very exciting when we get to see these two take each other on next time. Then we had Asuka's match of the night, and it was Asuka versus Dana Brooke, just like we had last week. But this one actually lasted 2 seconds. Literally, Asuka got into her arm lock, and Dana tapped out. But that's not the interesting thing about that. Dana ran off after that, and Paige and Absolute came out. And this was actually really interesting. They came out, surrounded the ring. Asuka was staying her ground. Asuka got out of the ring. Absolute backed off. And she came back. She walked away. Interesting. It seems like Absolute know that they can't touch Paige. But the thing for me, that this was a down, guys. This was not a good thing. It made Absolute, who looked really strong after taking out probably 3 of the biggest names on the Raw Women's division, run away after one woman is Asuka. So yes, I understand we're building Asuka to be like the undefeatable monster in the women's division, but because that they kind of just backed off on her, it kind of lost momentum for this new faction. But hopefully they'll sort this out soon as. Then we had our main event, which was Jason Jordan take on Kane, and I'm not gonna lie, when I saw that this was gonna be the main event, I really didn't care. Luckily enough, the match wasn't that long because Jason Jordan's leg is still injured, got chucked out, ring, lost by count out, but Kane wasn't having any of that. Kane beat the crap out of Jason Jordan. Finn Balor comes out, and then Finn Balor has the match. So Finn Balor comes out, has a match with Kane. They have a good Finn Balor has a good offensive. He looks really strong. I mean, Kane has to use a steel chair to beat Finn, which was interesting. I mean, Finn gets beaten up by Kane because of his steel chair. Obviously, steel chair beats everything, it seems right now. And then, when we think Finn's in trouble, Finn is saved by Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman literally gets hit by a chair. Like I said, I thought the chair could beat anyone. Braun Strowman gets hit by a chair, looks at it, and beats the crap out of Kane. Literally doing what Kane did to Braun last week on Raw, did it to him this week. And it was very entertaining. 2 big guys beating the crap out of each other is always going to be fun. But for me, the downfall was it that Finn Balor just got used as like a punishment. And I don't understand why you got someone so talented like Finn Balor and he's just being used like this. Yes, Jason Jordan, no one really likes him. We can tell he's turning heel soon. But this was just such a shame for someone like Finn Balor. A fan favourite, one of the most talented wrestlers in the ring, and it just gets eaten up by Kane. Oh well. And there you go, guys. That's the episode, our Raw review episode this week. As I said, it was a bit of a mixed bag, really. There were some really good matches, but the actual storylines didn't really go that far for me. I obviously can't wait to hear what you guys have to say about this week's episode of Raw. Did you think it was a good episode, or did you think it was a bad episode? Please leave your comments below, and I'll see you guys next time on Smack Talk Wrestling Reviews.